I made a statement a while back, which is that I hate society, but I love humanity. And that statement still holds true to this very day. You know, one of the things that I can't stand the most about society is that society is very lazy, and we live in headline culture. So you'll read the title of an article, the title of a video, and you think you know everything that the person's going to say, and you validate your laziness, your lack of due diligence based off of your feelings and emotions and your opinions. That's a very dangerous mindset to have. I don't care if, and we'll get back on topic, but I don't care if the article or the video is about politics. I don't care if it's about geopolitics. I don't care if it's about some random African tribe. I don't care if it's about some tribe from the Amazon. I don't care if it's about food, if it's about landscaping, if it's about cars. I don't care. Read the article. At least skim it. At least go through it. Don't just see a title and jump to a conclusion. Don't automatically assume something is fake, or don't automatically assume something is real before you actually checked it out for yourself. Don't let the world think for you. Think for yourself. We live in a world where people would rather entertain themselves than enrich themselves. Give me 5 books you read, 5 podcasts that enrich your mind that you listen to. Some people can do it. But you know damn well that the most people in the world, the so-called bots and sheeple out there in the world, they can't do that. But they do have YouTube Premium, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, Stars, Disney Plus, Crunchyroll. They got everything to entertain themselves, but nothing to stimulate their minds. Ain't that crazy? And then all the stuff that they're watching, they're not even breaking down the messages in the shows that they're watching. They're just mindlessly watching TV, wasting their time. That's crazy. I say all of that to say that, when I make a title like this for this video, it's like, I'm not doing it to be edgy. I'm not doing it. It's just like, hey, this is just the reality. This is the world that I live in, and all I do is speak my truth. You can't have a conversation without the devil without bringing up God, though. Right? I mean, technically you can, because in my world, there's nothing but God. The devil doesn't have any place or existence in my world. But at the same time, for the sake of this conversation, we'll split it in two. First, let me define my God. My God is a unique God for me. It's my own personal God. My God is not your God. Your God is not my God. I might be using the same word, but it means something completely differently to me. My God, when I'm having my moments and I ask it questions, I always get the answer. When I want to manifest something in my life, it always comes and when the time is right, because divine timing is a lot more important, for lack of a better word, than human timing. Some of us think in linear time instead of cyclical. You know what I'm saying? The time, like the clock itself is in a circle. So why is your life cyclical? The sun rises, the earth rotates, all in circles, but somehow your life is linear. Does that even make sense? Anyway, before I get off topic, So my God is all powerful. My God is all light. My God is all love. I don't understand the statement of a God-fearing man. I don't fear anything because I live under Dick Gregory's principle that God and fear cannot exist in the same place. With that being said, some of you have a difference in belief with God and Jesus. I believe God and Jesus to be 2 separate entities. I believe God to be the power that Jesus utilized to perform his works. God spoke through him, and he was just the conduit, just like I am, just like you are, just like the dog is, just like the bird is. That's just my belief. Fight me. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, some of y'all so-called Christians out there are so afraid of the devil's role in your life. How is that possible when you have God and Jesus on your side, and somehow the devil is still as powerful as both of those entities? Does that even make sense? So just like how my God is an immaterial force that is my guiding force, the devil is my so-called, if I were to give it any attention any time of day, would be the same immaterial force that is here to hinder me and hold me back, if not completely throw me off my game. A perfect example, the title of this video, how to hear the devil. I've talked about how to see God. Let's talk about how to hear the devil. Fast. Seriously, fast. A lot of people say that's how you kill the demons and all that type of stuff. And I truly do believe it, because they're starting to plead their case when you're not filling your body full of the same toxins that it feeds off of, the sugars, the chemicals, the additives. And it doesn't have to be just food, the alcohol, the people that you allow into your bodies, or the people's bodies you allow yourself into, if you catch my drift. You know what I'm saying? That's all the devil. You know, once again, I don't believe it. I don't see the world like this, but for the people that still see good and evil, there's a good side that builds you up, and there's a side that wants to hold you back and bring you down. But let's just be honest here real quick. I believe that I am God. I and the Father are one, but the Father is greater than I. It's something that I live by. You know, some people don't like to say it, like hear to say that I'm God or whatever, but whatever. That's my belief. The thing that's interesting about that, though, is like when I'm speaking to God, I hear my voice. When you have that conversation with yourself, don't you hear your voice? Whether it's good or bad. But when it's good, it's your voice. But when it's bad, it's also your voice. Because when you're fasting, like let's just say you want to do a week-long fast, right? And you're on day 3. And then like you were doing good the first 2 days, you were distracted, you know, you're reading books, you're meditating, you're stretching, you're walking, you're doing a whole bunch of stuff to keep yourself busy. But then you're stuck. You have to go to work one day or something like that. And then you just driving by one of your favorite food places, and that little voice in the back of your head say, yo, bro, man, go ahead, stop there. You know, that's your favorite donut shop. You know, it's your favorite donut place. Go on in there. Ain't no one going to know that you cheated on your fast. Just go do it. Just go do it. Myself, for example, you know, I talked about how in like all my 4 years of college, I was in a long distance relationship, you know. And, you know, when you got that temptation, all these loose ass little girls around you, you know, I could just dive in it when I wanted to. Hey, yo, bro, man, come on, man. She ain't never going to know. Go ahead and just go get you some, bro. You in college, bro. You see? But listen to that. That was my own voice talking to me. That was your own voice telling you to do those things. You know, don't talk to that person. Talk to that person, whatever. Any voice that is fearful, any voice that doesn't condone, that isn't conducive to your growth is what I define to be the devil. This metaphysical thing that has an influence on your physical life. The same way God could tell you to do great things, the devil will tell you to do bad things. Now, some people hear, murder, kill. I don't know what to tell you on that one, really. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But nevertheless, fast, and you'll hear that devil. See, a lot of people run from the things that they fear, but the true warriors out there, the true spiritual warriors, the so-called chosen ones out there and all that type of stuff, we face our fears head on. Nah, I'd listen to the devil. Like, go listen to any, like, DMX album. The dude was a freaking gospel preacher. He was a gospel rapper, DMX. You know what I'm saying? Go listen to the Lord, give me a sign. Like, he said it himself that, no, I listen to the devil too, because it's important to get both sides, a.k.a. balance. But when you say stuff like that, you know, like the monotheistic, you know, the Christians, and they get thrown off, right? Even society at large will get thrown off when they say, I listen to the devil too. You know, I hear you. That don't mean I'm going to do what you tell me to do, but I hear you though. You know, but I'm telling you, when you fast, you're going to hear that voice all the time. Go eat some. Cheat. No one's going to know. No one's going to see it. No one's going to That's how you hear the devil. But in order to ignore something, you need to at first hear it. And if you spend all of your life running and hiding from something, that shows that you have fear. That means that there is a place for fear. There is a place for the devil in your heart. And you are making him a home when you are, you know, dwarfing the size of your God, your Jesus. You know, how can the devil even be compared to God? How? I believe that the Creator is greater than its creation. The man that invented the hammer, he invented it, he threw the hammer on the ground. The hammer can only do what it was programmed by the Creator to do. The Creator can go do whatever he wants to do. He can go build a handsaw. He can go make some nails. He can go do whatever. But the hammer has to be a hammer because that's what it was programmed to do. So why are you scared of God's other creation? If God loves you so much, then he should protect you, right? All you got to do is go to your daddy, the father, mother, whoever you heck you call it, you know, and just say, cover me, protect me in your light. That's all you got to do. And then you can see it. Like, it's just like, imagine, let me give it to you in this perspective. Zombie apocalypse. You know, they're doing all the grunting and groaning and stuff. And you're scared. You're running and running and running and running, right? I like to use The Walking Dead as an example. In the beginning, everybody was scared, but a few seasons in, they'd be like, oh, zombie, hold on 1 second. No fear. They just confronted it head on. It has no power over them anymore. You know what I'm saying? You still got to be careful, but nevertheless. But let's just say things are getting particularly bad, and the zombies are overrunning your camp. They're all surrounding you on all sides and all that type of stuff, right? Wouldn't it just be amazing if you could just get airlifted out of there, just boop, and now you are flying so above all that fear, you're literally looking down on it. You're not shunning it. You're not judging it. You're not doing anything. You're just looking at it for what it is. Ah, that's the evil. That's the pestilence. That's all the voices that were going on in my head. That's what I was gearing my life to look like based off of my beliefs, things of the things I was harboring in my world, in my psyche, in my mind. Ah, you see, you don't have to shun it. You don't have to bash it and point your finger at it. You just rise above it and see it for what it is. It does exist. God, the devil, they may exist, may or may not exist in your world, but they exist in mine. But the thing is, I'm so with God that it's kind of like that annoying ass little brother. You know, like just like how Jesus is like the Son of God, but we're all brothers. And like, doesn't that say in your law that ye are God's sons of the Most High, sons of the Most High, children of the Most High? I see Jesus, if he existed and walked this planet as people said, I believe him to be my brother. He taught us how to do what he did. And I'm just following what he did. But when I say they're two separate things, people get mad. And when Jesus is law, Jesus is cool, whatever, man. I didn't ask for all that. But nevertheless, can we all agree that there's a God? Something called God is perfect. Something that is called God created us. Something that is all God is all powerful and loving. That's where I rest my head at. There's no room for the devil in my world. But if you want the introduction, if you want to know what the devil sounds like in your world, fast for a little bit. Abstain from that thing that's been holding you back the most, and you're going to start to hear that voice in your head. I hope this is taken the right way, but if you don't, whatever. Till the next one.